A while back, I was watching a YouTube influencer talking about the God is dead of Nietzsche as a way to promote morning routines. You know, green smoothie, cosmic meaningless, like and subscribe. This is taking the idea of difficult philosophies such as Stoic philosophies, Zen philosophies, Buddhist philosophies, and making it to a simple crunched TED talk or to a simple crunched reel, and then promoting it into becoming this productivity wave. And this is not something that is just, disrespectful and wrong to the idea of philosophy and to the idea of those philosophers teaching and learning all those philosophies in their bodies and in their bones in each one of their way. This is also very dangerous. And why? When Nietzsche wrote about facing the abyss, he made real contact. He literally looked into the abyss, lost his mind, lost his thought, went into an asylum, died in the asylum by looking into the abyss. When we nowadays try to take those difficult philosophies and make them into chunks of knowledge, not only are we losing the essence of those things, we are also creating a wave where the thought and the paradigms of thought and those difficult ideas are losing their meaning. And when they're losing their meaning, everything becomes pale. It's kind of like, it's not in a way of art, of looking into a painting, it has no colors. This is just boring and superficial. What I'm saying is that when we're taking those ideas and we're losing their true meaning, we're promoting stupidity and dishonesty and problems in society. Right? Let's take, for instance, politicians. Because nowadays we treat everything super superficially and we don't really understand anything to its depth. Politicians can use this power of those philosophers, such as taking Nietzsche's quote, "What doesn't kill you makes you stronger," and turn it into some Nike commercial or turn it into a password of politics, and instead of understanding its full meaning, it sounds smart and it sounds difficult, so we take it as something that's what we do. We use it as a way of promoting our lives and talking about it as the essence of things. Now, the problem with this is when those difficult philosophies, those difficult ideas do not transform you, you do not understand them fully, they cannot make you grow. When they cannot make you grow, they cannot make you stronger. When they cannot make you stronger, they will make you dead. It's like a tree. If you take a tree and you don't put water to it and you don't allow it to grow, it will die. And when it's dead, then everything dies around it as well, right? And this is the idea with those philosophies. When you take those philosophies and you don't give them the essential meaning that they truly have, you will never grow from them. I think the best analogy for this will be music. This is the best example I can think because it's a very simple example, and it will clearly show exactly what I mean. Bob Dylan, for instance, right? Back in the 60s, Bob Dylan was the voice and the herd of the hippies. He was the revolutionary that was against the Vietnamese War. Hippies were singing his song Blowing in the Wind in mass volumes of hundreds of thousands of people singing it like wildfire. This music, those ideas that were represented in the songs of Bob Dylan really changed the history that we are facing right now. This is not just art. This changed completely the idea of how we think today of Vietnamese War or any war of the USA for that instance. Same as Masters of War, Blowing in the Wind, same as many other hippie songs of Hendrix, of Neil Young, of whatever it is. When you take those philosophies nowadays and you sample them into something easy, like the music that we're facing right now, it becomes entertainment. The music that we hear nowadays has lost completely its meaning of the revolutionary idea and became an entertainment of wet pussy, big ass, small tits thing. And the second that you lose the essence of meaning of art, and you lose the essence of meaning of those complex ideas, you are creating a world of superficiality and of dangerous ideas rising, because there is no differentiation between the real important ideas to the superficial easy ones. And Nietzsche wrote a chapter in his book, Spoke Zarathustra, that's reading and writing. Basically saying that when we made reading and writing such a simple task that anyone can achieve, and we didn't make philosophy a difficult task that only the people who are looking forward into it and making the struggle to get it, we've created this superficiality without even trying. Sure, the idea is good. Let everybody have knowledge. Everybody needs to have the force to fight against hierarchies. Everybody needs to have the knowledge to make their lives better and everything. But at the same time, we've ruined the deep philosophies and the deep ideas by making everybody accessible for it. I don't want to sound a smartass, but an 80 IQ person cannot comprehend the difficult philosophies of Nietzsche or any other philosopher for that instance, same as 130, 140, even 120 IQ person. Not necessarily only IQ, also a matter of interest, right? A person who's not really interested in philosophy will never be able to understand those ideas as a person who is, but they're both accessible for it because they both can read, and those books are massively published. Socrates talked about it, that votes cannot be made for everyone. They can only be made for the people who are philosophers and for the people who have enough knowledge and ideas and education to vote. And this shows this idea perfectly. When you take the masses and you create them intelligent and you give them writing and reading perfectly as well as a philosopher, you are ruining the deep knowledge in those things. What I am trying to say here is, if you are trying to tap into a truth, whatever truth it may be, Buddhism, Zen, Nietzsche's philosophies, whatever it is, don't try to make it superficial and simple because you cannot comprehend it. Unless you can truly understand the meaning of those things, don't even try to get them, because it's much better to not get anything than to get it wrong. To be honest with you, I have a very difficult struggle with myself making those YouTube videos because of this idea. On one hand, I want as many as people as possible to understand the philosophy of Nietzsche and to comprehend exactly what he was saying, and of course improve my own understanding. But at the same time, I feel like showing this philosophy in the simplistic way that I'm showing it right now will basically ruin the depth and the complexity of those philosophies. I think that what we need to do is to create a way for us to understand where is our limit of understanding something, and when it reaches our limit to understand, try to get rid of the knowledge that we have. Basically, don't try to contain a light of the sun in a small flashlight. Flashlight will explode. Deep knowledge and complex ideas should not be something that is accessible to everyone. They should be complicated and achievable. Because when they're not, they're ruining those ideas, and they create not only superficiality and danger or disrespect to the knowledge, they also create a rise of those people who are a little bit more understanding or a little bit more intelligent to come and whoosh out everybody else, if that makes any sense. I'm trying to make a point here, but I feel like it's a bit complex to explain it. Why is it so dangerous? Maybe it's just my love to philosophy and to ideas that makes me think that it is wrong to share it to all of the people without them fully understanding, but maybe there is a deeper message over here that will endanger our modern society. Please share your thoughts in the comments. I will be happy to hear what exactly you think of these things. Thank you guys for watching.